How's that saying go? It's better to seek forgiveness than it is to ask permission. I can't even begin to tell you how excited I am. My first Grand SEIKO. And it's not even mine. Thanks to Jason, I appreciate all the support and the trust in me for a fantastic hands-on opportunity to hold a remarkable piece of craftsmanship here and function in the flesh. The SHOSHO, a celebration of Japan's high summer season and the end of the rainy season. The dial of this GMT is simply beautiful and features the wave-like patterns of, waters with a cool breeze going across them. I've always been a fan of Grand SEIKO. I just haven't been able to pull the trigger yet. But, wow. And maybe someday, just someday, I may have the pleasure of owning one. But this one would be a great start. And my choice. Reference SBGJ249, a high beat monster with GMT complication with date as well. Now I know she's an older model, coming out in 2021, but absolutely timeless. And I'm a big Clint Eastwood fan. So one of my favorite movies of his is The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. I may be dating myself a little bit, but still. Let's get away from the traditional review and talk about these three basic principles related to the Grand SEIKO GMT SHOSHO. Believe me, the good outweighs all the rest, but there may be some things that Grand SEIKO could have done just a touch better to make this one an ultimate one-watch everyday carry. I'm going to start with the ugly while showing you some nice shots on the wrist. The dimensions are great. It wears like a 40mm watch. On my wrist, 7¼ inches, it's almost perfect. A stainless steel 39.5mm case with nice rounded lines, 46.9mm lug to lug, 19mm lug, 14.1mm thickness. 150 grams out of the box. Jason's is coming in at 137. There's been a few links removed, but having it on the wrist at retail could cost you $9,200. I told you, that's the ugly. But you're gonna get so much here with this watch. Something that maybe you'll have for your lifetime and you'll be passing it on to your family down the road, generations to come. Not to sound too morbid. Now, as I mentioned, this one's a little bit older, a few years removed from its release. So yes, there are some deals to be had out there. If you're patient, you can wait for yours at some of your online reputable resources. You also want to know as much as you can before you pull the trigger on something like a mid to high level luxury design watch, especially when it's used, including how it's going to look based on the specs for your wrist size. That's why I'm here, to kind of give you a little bit of an aid there in making some educated decisions. Do me a favor, like the video. It helps the channel. Subscribe if you want to see more content. I'm always going to be here. And thanks very much. I appreciate all the support. I know you're wondering, so what's the good? Well, there's so much here. The full package is good, from the build quality to the ultimate reason why I'm reviewing this gorgeous dial and complication series watch. I love a great tool watch, especially one coming from one of the greatest brands out there when it comes to their movements. You can't high beat it. I know you like that. I'm just kidding. I'm no comedian. I suck. I won't quit my day job. But the case is polished stainless steel with a fixed bezel, a box-shaped sapphire crystal. Would you expect anything less? With anti-reflective coating and 6 screwed down points for this exhibition case back, signed with a smaller crown, without crown guards, at your common 3 o'clock position. With all the aesthetics of a tool watch, she's still coming through with that casual dress design. A great build, and awesome mechanical movement inside that can be seen from top to bottom, essentially. I wouldn't get excited about your water resistance, because it's limited. It's basically splash resistance at around 30 meters, and this could be seen as an issue for some. Comment below, let me know what you think. Should this thing be at least 100 meters? And when you comment, leave a like. It won't cost you a thing. Continuing with the good, the dial, the center of this watch's universe. the talk of the town, the belle of the ball. Where do you start? Well, how about the textured wave pattern metallic light blue background behind the steel silver hands, applied indices, and blue colored GMT hand. Wow, 24-hour markers and print that match. Depending on what angle and light you're looking at, this could be coming across like a silver towards, a bluer color. Everything works and it's great in contrast. One could complain that the GMT 24-hour inner dial colors could be a little bolder. I can see that. Still doesn't take away from its overall gorgeous aesthetic though. Matter of fact, it's the little subtleties that Grand Seiko love in their designs. They're not too bold, but they just get the job done. I like the blue numbers radially positioned around the inner GMT dial ring and the matching bluing GMT hand in that hot steel metal blue. Reminds me of my GSXR 750 Suzuki that was stolen out of my driveway. The bandits dumped it 2 weeks later, and the brake calipers were that color blue from doing all kinds of tricks and stoppies and things like that. That's another story. We have signed GS Grand Seiko applied at the 12, automatic, high beat, 36,000 and GMT at the 6. A framed out date window at the 3 o'clock, black on white display with a sporty minute-second chapter ring finishes off the dial. It's so easy to look at and sometimes it's like a crash. You just can't look away. Moving on to the movement. Like I said, there's so much good. Grand Seiko movements are the backbone of great timepieces here coming out of Japan. The SHOSHO is powered by the automatic manual winding 9S86. It's a super accurate 37 joule movement, pumping out 36,000 high beat vibrations per hour with a power reserve of 55 hours. It's a sporty casual dress tool watch, but it's probably not going to be your one watch collection competition. Not with the inability of safely going into the water. Wow. Comment below, let me know what you think. Now the bracelet, an elegant 5-link, center link polished accents that provide a rich, classic contrast to this bracelet. A nice system tapering from 19 millimeters at that push button deployant style clasp with a signed raised GS for Grand Seiko on the closure. For those of you that love that tapered bracelet look, this one's going to be right up your alley. Now the wearability, check. It's good. It feels great on the wrist. And she's not as slim as like the Tissot PRX or maybe the Hamilton Cooper, but still doesn't wear like she's too big. Taking into consideration a couple of those millimeters are for that boxed sapphire crystal. Now, those bad considerations, there's not too many of them, but water resistance for one, that's going to be a big one right there. I know it for some of you, but hopefully you can get past it because it's something you're going to be putting on the wrist maybe for specific occasions. Yeah, you can wear it to work. Yeah, you can wear it out to dinner. Yeah, you can wear it in most places, but you're not going to be wearing it in the water. Visibility of the GMT dial information. If you need to know the time, especially for a dual time zone watch, you should have no problem reading it. I'm okay with it, but this could impact some of you as well. In case you hadn't noticed, the SHOSHO has no loom. No, I didn't forget. It's not something that you would think they would have missed. I guess when you look at it, the overall big picture, Grand Seiko still keeps the designs in tune for that dress casual appeal, even though it has got the sporty tool watch aesthetic. I don't know. You comment below. This might ruffle some feathers. Let me know what you think. Or if you already own a Grand Seiko of yours, let me know which model it is, because I think this one's gorgeous. I think most of them are gorgeous. But for someone trying to get into one, thinking about some of the comparisons, right away, two very reputable, similar designs come to mind. Tudor Black Bay GMT, which I own now, over 5 years on the wrist, great value, $4,500 roughly. And of course, she's super attractive and functional. And another banger I just reviewed on the channel. I'll leave a link up there for you. The Longines Hydro Conquest GMT, which retails at only $3,800. So a small fraction of the Grand Seiko price. Yes, I get it. Their movements don't necessarily measure up to that of the Grand Seiko. But the look and the function is right there to be had with that GMT conversation. Ultimately, it's your money. It's your decision. Who am I? Just a normal guy who loves watches and loves to create and inform. Grand SEIKO SHOSHO GMT. Put it on your wrist. Thanks for coming to the channel and all the support. We're climbing towards 4,000 subscribers. Take a crack at your chance at a beautiful watch trio giveaway. Casio, 3 bangers. And if you're not already entered, I'll leave that link for the video here. You can go check them out. Like, subscribe, and comment in the video because we'll do a random draw when we get to 4,000 subs. 1 draw, 1 winner, 3 watches. That's my time. Everybody be safe, be well, take care of you and yours, and we're going to see you on the next one. By the time you get your iPhone out to use the light to see what time it is in low light situations with this SHOSHO, after dark is going to be a killer. Somebody's going to comment, I know you are. Defeats the purpose of having a watch on the wrist if you can't see it. Grand SEIKO SHOSHO. I love it. Don't get me wrong. I just love it. And I got to give it back to Jason. Oh boy. See you later.